12.
Everybody look at me. I walk in the door, you stop.
Every time.
Everybody, what you here for? Move your body. Make it spin. Make it
Is on your team. From everyday care.
Senior night here as we get going on a high school football flag. What is this? Tuesday night, Chad Pilcher, Jim Dunaway, and it's senior night here at Vestavia. What a special night.
It's an awesome night for a team that's having an incredible year. The Vestavia girls flag football team, 22-1, ranked number 2 in the state, number 6 in the nation. This team has been phenomenal all season long. We're really excited to be here to celebrate their great season, celebrate the seasons and their seniors and their success, and to watch some good flag football.
Yeah, senior night. It's Alabama high school flag football, and if you don't know this, if you watch a lot of Vestavia athletics right here on the Rebel Nation Sports Network, I'll tell you, our flag football team is a dominant program.
They've been incredible. Lost in the state finals 2 years ago, made it to the second round of the playoffs last year. And this is a team that's playing incredibly well. They've gotten better as the season has gone along. Only one loss early in the season to Moody High School, but since then it has been domination going forward. And tonight they'll play Westminster Christian in game 1, then they'll play Ramsey later in this evening.
Let's start taking a look around the stadium here as we get ready for senior night. We're here at home tonight, and it's an opportunity for us to honor these handful of seniors. What we have is a young football team that's winning a lot of football games, 22-1 on the season. But it's a night we're going to honor some of the stars that have made this program, been sort of the foundation of the beginning of this sport, this program.
Yeah, this is a newly sanctioned sport by the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Really cool. All the seniors wore red T-shirts to warm up tonight as they were on the field, and then now they're getting ready right at midfield to celebrate this senior night ceremony. Only 6 seniors on that team, on a pretty big roster, but these are seniors that are really important to this team, that are playing key roles, and so they'll be recognized here tonight.
And we'll turn things over to the PA system for our senior night ceremony here as we get going. The opponent is Westminster Christian tonight over in the Oak Mountain area, just off Highway 280. A crowd on hand. It rained earlier, but we're looking forward to a very beautiful night of football here. So let's listen in to senior night as we honor those who are coming near the end of their eligibility. Still a few moments away from getting started with that, it sounds like. Westminster comes in 7-3 on the season. Vestavia 22-1. And they'll play 2 games tonight. Everybody here is a tri-match, much like you get in volleyball and others, where we'll have Vestavia and Westminster, then Westminster and Ramsey, and then the nightcap will be Vestavia and Ramsey. And we'll tell you more about the unique rules of flag football. If you've never watched a game before, it's part of the Olympics coming up. By the way, 1,000 days today from the LA Olympics, and flag football will be a big part of that in 2028.
It's a sport that's growing in popularity, not only in Alabama, but across the nation. And now we'll go to the field for senior night.
Coach Broom, if you'll let us know when we're ready.
Some of the parents are making their way out now to be with their seniors. We're looking forward to seeing this sport in the Olympics. I will tell you, they've been part of the World Games, and the NFL very involved, not just with men's and boys flag football, but also spreading the love of the sport to women, and they're part of the women's growth in the NFL and helping out with local high school associations like the AHSAA around the country.
Of one of the senior players, would you please stand up?
They're recognizing the grandparents who are here tonight. They're getting a nice round of applause. They don't get to make it down on the field with their seniors, but their grand seniors are being honored tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Buddy Anderson Field, Thompson Reynolds Stadium, on the campus of Vestavia Hills High School for tonight's game, Game 1 between Westminster and the Vestavia Rebels. This is a special night as we recognize our 6 senior players. When reading the bios of these players, you'll find out how involved they are in the school, in the community, their churches. But let's talk a little bit about their exploits. as flag football players here for Vestavia Hills High School. The 2026 class of Vestavia Hills High School flag football team has an overall record of 77-7. In 2022, they went 18-2, losing in the semifinals. 2023, they were 17-0 going into the state championship game, but lost that game to Central Phoenix City in the 2023 state championship. 2024, these young ladies went 20-3, losing in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. And this year, they are 22-1, and they'll be hosting a first-round playoff game, which will be November 4th. Now, let's recognize our 6 seniors. First up, number 8, Molly Mack Sharp. Molly Mack is the daughter of Lee Ellen and Derek Sharp. Molly Mack is being presented by teammate Lauren Plaisance. Molly Mack attended East Elementary and Pizzitz Middle School. Molly Mack plays wide receiver, defensive back, and is the punter for the Rebels, and has played for 3 years on the flag football team. Molly Mack is a member of National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, SGA Director of Publicity, and a member of the Science Honor Society. Her clubs include Young Life and Girls FCA. Molly Mack enjoys volunteering at the Love Lady Center, art camps, and Stop the Hunger. Molly Mack is also a member of the Vestavia Hills High School track and field team. Per Max Preps, Molly Mack is ranked 6th in the state in receiving yards, 9th in touchdowns, and 4th in interceptions. Molly Mack has 2 dogs whose names are Tito and Bugsy. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Molly Mack Sharp. Now let's meet Julia Rose. Julia is the daughter of Beth and Charlie Rose. Julia is presented by teammate Alexis Rubin. Julia attended East Elementary and Pizzitz Middle School. Julia plays quarterback for the Rebels. She has played all 4 years on the Vestavia Hills High School flag football team. She's a member of Girls FCA. She's also a member of the National Honor Society and is also a member of the Vestavia Hills High School softball team. Now listen to this. She has thrown for over 10,000 yards in just 2 seasons. Julia is ranked 13th nationally by Max Preps. She is number 1 in Alabama in passing yards and total yards. Julia has received 5 offers to continue playing flag football at the next level. Julia is the first player in University of North Alabama history to be offered a flag football scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Julia Rose. Now moving to number 14, Chloe Leahy. Chloe is the daughter of Jennifer Leahy. Chloe is presented by teammate Landon Gwynn. Chloe attended Liberty Park Elementary and Middle School. Chloe plays stack, wide receiver, and defensive back for the Rebels, and has played for 3 years on the Vestavia Hills High School flag football team. Chloe is a member of Girls FCA and is also a member of the Science and Math Honor Societies. Chloe is ranked 20th in the state in total point after touchdowns made and 20th in interceptions per Max Preps. Chloe is also a member of the Vestavia Hills High School softball team and has committed to continue her academic and athletic career at Millsaps College next year. Chloe has 2 King Charles Cavaliers, whose names are Berkeley and Bennett. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Chloe Leahy. Now moving to number 17, Emily Owen. Emily is the daughter of John David and Amy Owen. Emily is presented by teammate Emma Harper. Emily attended East Elementary and Pizzitz Middle School. Emily plays middle linebacker on the Vestavia Hills High School flag football team and has played for 4 years on the team. Emily serves with youth leadership and RISE here at Vestavia Hills High School. Emily is a member of the National Honor Society. Emily has 51 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 1 pick six this season. Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Emily Owen. Now, number 21, Kate Fitzpatrick. Kate is the daughter of Kristen Fitzpatrick and William and Tracy Fitzpatrick. Kate is presented by teammate Sarah Lane Smith. Kate attended West Elementary, Southminster, and Pizitz Middle School. Kate plays outside linebacker on the Vestavia Hills High School flag football team and has played 3 years on the flag football team. Kate is a member of Youth Leadership, Literacy Club, and Girls FCA here at Vestavia Hills High School. Kate enjoys serving at her church and camps when she is able. Kate has 87 tackles and 3 interceptions this season. She has 2 offers to continuing playing flag football at the next level. Kate has a pit bull named Lulu and a Doberman named Noodles. Ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Kate Fitzpatrick. Now, number 28, Caroline Nitzel. Caroline is the daughter of Beth and Grant Nitzel. Caroline is presented by teammate Callie Davis. Callie attended elementary school in Georgia and then Pizitz Middle School. Caroline plays wide receiver and defensive back on the Vestavia Hills High School flag football team and has played for 3 years on the team. Caroline is a member of Leo Club, Girls FCA, and Help the Hills. Caroline is a member of the National Honor Society, Rho Kappa, and the Spanish Honor Society. Caroline enjoys serving others through youth leadership and various mission trips. Caroline has accounted for 532 yards of offense on 35 receptions and has scored 10 touchdowns this season. Caroline is also a member of the Vestavia Hills High School softball team and track team. Caroline has a cat named Pumpernickel. Ladies and gentlemen, number 28, Caroline Densel. Now, fans in the stands, let's stand up. Let's honor this senior class.
And a big thank you to the seniors on this Vestavia Hills Rebel flag football team. A nice ceremony there. And a special honor coming up here in a moment. We're going to get number 27, Macy Davis, to sing the national anthem. We'll carry that live. Macy's the daughter of head coach Daniel Davis.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you stand at this time as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem being sung by player number 27, Macy Davis.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tremendous job, Macy. Thank you.
That is Macy Davis with the national anthem. She's a freshman on this team, and we're going to get our starting lineups and let the girls tell you who's in the lineup tonight on senior night as Vestavia gets ready to take on Westminster. Let's take a look at the Rebels starting lineup.
Amelie Behorfish, freshman, wideout.
Anne-Marie Zena, freshman, guard.
Charlotte Ann Newell, freshman, linebacker.
Catherine Whitehurst, freshman, corner.
Macy Davis, freshman, stack.
Kate Falls, freshman, corner.
Leela Duran, freshman, corner.
Tori Shaw, freshman, rusher.
Riley and Abinet, freshman, center.
Catherine Cahoon, freshman, linebacker.
Ruth Sanchez, freshman, corner.
Shira Tanksley, freshman, linebacker.
Abby Jowers, freshman, stack.
Mary Morgan Rogers, freshman, guard.
Mia Roman, freshman, quarterback.
Emma Kate Jacobs, sophomore, linebacker.
Savannah Shaw, sophomore, center.
Hazel Sirota, sophomore, linebacker.
Eden Logan, sophomore, quarterback.
Caroline Mummer, sophomore, corner.
Gabby Lemaster, sophomore, guard.
Molly Grant Leonard, sophomore, corner.
Elizabeth Ann Aaron, sophomore, corner.
Emery Whitehurst, sophomore, corner.
Lauren Plaisance, junior, linebacker.
Landon Gwynn, junior, guard.
Sterling Smith, junior, linebacker. Callie Davis, junior, right guard.
Emma Harper, junior, rusher.
Alexis Rubin, junior, left side receiver.
Molly Mack Sharp, senior, receiver.
Caroline Insel, senior, receiver.
Emily Owen, senior, linebacker.
Chloe Leahy, senior, receiver.
Kate Fitzpatrick, senior, linebacker.
Julia Rose, senior, quarterback.
Number 28, Caroline Nitzel.
And that's the starting lineup and the players that also substitute in tonight. You see the captains out there, Chad Pilcher. That's your senior class.
All 6 of the seniors out there. That really cool to see that ceremony. Vestavia has won the toss and deferred. Will likely mean that Westminster will take the football to start this ball game. And what stood out on those starting lineups is, yes, you're going to see some seniors play a huge role here tonight, but also there's a lot of younger folks. And let's look at some of the key players here tonight for this Rebel flag football team that have really stood out. And these are seniors that have had an outstanding year, and it starts with Julia Rose. That's your quarterback, and you're not reading that incorrectly. That is 462 out of 736 pass attempts, 5,400 yards, 94 touchdowns. She's going to go over 100 before the season. She's also run for 138. And when she gets to put the ball down the field, her number one target is Molly Mack Sharp, 82 catches, 933 yards, 12 touchdowns. As we learned earlier, Molly Mack also has 2 dogs at her house during senior night. And then defensively, leading the Rebels in tackles is Kate Fitzpatrick. She has 88 tackles on the season, 3 interceptions. Those are 3 seniors that are leaders for this Vestavia team.
Vestavia in their home blue. Westminster will be in their white with the black shorts. By the way, if you're wondering, that's about 5 miles that she's passed for this year in the air?
Unbelievable.
What is it, 1,700? First snap of the game, it starts right there at the 24-yard line, and the quarterback running to the line, throwing long for Westminster there, and that is quarterback Arian Robinson.
Trying to get the ball down the field to Olivia Thomas that time. Well defended in the secondary by Vestavia. This is an aggressive defense. Talking to Coach Daniel Davis, it's girls that will just turn it loose. You'll see one player allowed to rush, so you'll see one rusher going up the field. Otherwise, everyone else will be back in coverage playing defense.
Molly McSharp good on the defense there, making that pass go over the throw. This is Robinson left side, short toss out, but not a whole lot of gain there. Remember, just to get the first down, you got to go to the 20, which looks like a 30 on your football field, but it's a 20 on the shorter flag field here. So it's not that long to go here on a third down play coming up, third, and we'll call it 5.
Look like Emma Kate Jacobs pulled that flag there for the Rebels. Good pressure in the backfield by Emma Harper.
Yeah, so the way the rules are, you almost get a really short opportunity for the first down to drive, but the Vestavia defense trying to get a 4 and out here. This is Robinson rolling near side, and she's going to rush and try to get the first down, but a great tackle out there by number 21. That's Kate Fitzpatrick, the senior.
Yeah, the leading tackler on this team, and you see exactly why. She comes up with a big play.
We'll see what Westminster does. They're going to get the punt here.
For the Wildcats from the 18.
And so in the punt formation here, you'll see one person up that can hold their hands up and, you know, keep it from being a low kick. Everyone else is back for the catch. Kick is high, end over end, taken and down. at the 49.
And if you're new to flag football, that's a strategy there. Obviously, you pick up first downs at each 20-yard line. We call them zones. You can pick in. So you can get a first down at the 40. So what she did there, she caught the ball, she backed up, she took a knee right there at what's the 39-yard line, and that gives Vestavia 4 plays to pick up that 1 yard, which allows you to be very aggressive going down the field, rather than if she had caught it on the Westminster side of the field, you'd only have 4 plays to get all the way to the 20.
Yeah, so it's the rare 1st and 1 if you're used to watching tackle football, but this is very common in flag football. Julia Rose going to go deep, as you said, aggressive on the first play, complete, caught down the sideline. Chloe Leahy, touchdown, Vestavia.
Just like that, the Rebels strike on the first play of the game. That's Julia Rose's 95th touchdown pass of the season, and this potent Rebel offense scores quickly.
Yeah, senior to senior right there, and that's 6 points. Now you got a choice. You can go for 1 or you can go for 2. No kicking in the extra point.
The Rebels will go for 1. Ball set up right at the 2.5-yard line.
Stacked right side. Everybody's got their favorite play in this short, 1 chance to get it into the zone. Snap, shovel, forward, and it's a score there. And that goes to 44. That, of course, the big Alexis Rubin, who does it offensively and defensively. She does it all. Big receiver, big girl with the interception. She gets it all.
And a lot of these players for Vestavia will play both ways tonight. I say a lot. Several of these players will play both ways, and Rubin is one of those individuals who will do that. That's a nice play there. She has 157 catches for 1,600 yards and 41 touchdowns coming in tonight.
Yeah.
Alexis has 41 touchdowns coming into the night. She picks up the 1-point conversion or the extra point there for the Rebels, and now just like that, they're back on defense.
She's big every game. Had 123 yards in the receiving in the Hoover game earlier this year and 3 interceptions. I mean, that is Travis Hunter level in the college in the NFL game. Westminster back now, trailing 7-0. Throw downfield is interception. That is Chloe Leahy. Again, what a start on senior night for Leahy. A touchdown and an interception.
And just really good pressure once again in the backfield by Emma Harper. Forced Robinson to get rid of the football before she wanted to, threw it right to Leahy, and another great starting field position here for the Rebels. They're going to start this one right at the 21, so the same thing applies. It's 1st and 2 to get to the 20-yard line where they will could pick up another first down.
Leahy handling some snapping duties here. Deep pass down for the corner. The throw is on the money. That again to number 44, Alexis Rubin. And that's Rose to Rubin, and something you'll get a lot of.
And Vestavia's offense just on fire tonight in the early going. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, beautiful passes by Julia Rose. That went right to Rubin. I mean, that was a corner route. Well defended by Westminster, had a couple of defenders in the area, but that ball just dropped in perfectly to Rubin to put 6 more on the board.
And we learned, of course, in senior night, if you were listening, that Rose is the first flag football scholarship offer from North Alabama. Snap to Rose, looks to the end zone, to the back. It's caught. 1 foot in for Rubin, and that point after is good. And just like that, it's 14-zip. Vestavia on top of Westminster.
Could not go any better for the Rebels starting out this ball game. Again, they're not 22-1 by accident. They played this Westminster team a little bit earlier in the season. They won 40-0 and well on their way to doing that once again.
So Westminster sets up shop right here, 6 yards away from first down, so they're at the 14. Their quarterback, Robinson, looking for some room, throwing near side, out of bounds. Is that caught? Unbelievable interception.
That was Molly Mack Sharp on that interception. What a great play. And you just see the athleticism from these girls from this team, how good they are, just ball hawks all over the place, running, flying around, and just everything going right for Vestavia in the early going.
To see Sharp get that ball but keep a foot in bounds to keep from going out of bounds, just a highlight play. Maybe we'll send that one to SportsCenter tonight. Can you do that? You send it to me, I'll get it to them. We'll see if that makes top plays tonight. That was unbelievable.
Just an incredible start for the Rebels. Everything turning up roses in the early going, and on senior night, you want it to be exciting. You want your seniors to make some plays, and so far they have certainly done that.
14-0 if you're just joining us. This is Vestavia Hills Rebels Senior Night. On the same YouTube channel, the same video platform that you'll see Hoover Vestavia with playoff implication on the boys' side, tackle football coming up on Friday night. We hope you'll join us right back here on the network coming up on Friday night as we broadcast from the same booth, same field. We'll be back on Friday night with a big battle between Vestavia and Hoover that dates all the way back to Vestavian Berry days. Should be a big week here on campus. Senior night for the girls tonight, off to a 14-0 start, and the offense is back out again. The quarterback again is Julia Rose. She's a senior. She's gone about 13, 14 straight games with at least 3 touchdowns a game. Already has 2 here, so that streak is very much in play. Little toss right side to Leahy. She's going to throw it. It's going to come up incomplete. We get tackled for a sack back there.
Yeah, so went with the handoff. We're going to try to go with the running back pass there. It just didn't quite get rid of it quickly enough. So that's the first nice play for Westminster so far in this ballgame, the first negative play for the Rebels. Heck, the first play for the Rebels that hasn't gone for a touchdown.
So that is a 2nd down, and that'll back you up to where it's 2nd and 12. Snap goes to Rose, throws, open receiver just out of the reach of 44. That's Ruben again, who just couldn't run under that one.
Yeah, Ruben got behind the defenders, ball thrown just a little bit long by Rose. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 12. Got to get down to the 20. 30 visually on the football field, but on the flag field down to the 20 to get the first down here and keep this drive alive. Haven't really needed first downs tonight. Been a couple of big plays. Rose stands ready. She gets the snap. Pressure coming. She's going to throw it into the ground there, save the sack, and that'll set up a 4th down. See how aggressive head coach Daniel Davis will be here.
Smart play there by Julia. Didn't want to take the sack, so just got rid of the football quickly, take the incomplete pass. And that sets up a 4th down where Coach Davis can decide to go for it or punt. He's thinking through it. This is a 3rd and long, so obviously it's a situation where you could punt, but you've had great success. Looks like he's signaling in the play, and they're going to go for it.
4th down and 12, so got to get to at least the 20 to get the first down. Rose surveys the field, going for it all. Wow, just trying to run under it again was Ruben. Can't quite get there. Got one hand on it that time, but Westminster finally gets a stop here.
Yeah, ran essentially very similar routes on back-to-back plays. Just outside the reach of Ruben's hands, not quite able to haul it in. But when you're playing so well defensively, you can afford to go for it there on 4th down. This is obviously the best starting field position of the night for Westminster.
22-1, and they've got 12 shutouts this year. That pass is going to be incomplete, a back shoulder throw. So it'll set up 2nd down and 8.
Trying to get that ball to Allie Richardson on the outside. And if Westminster's going to have any chance to kind of stay in this ballgame, they're going to have to make plays like that. That ball just thrown a little wide now and incomplete.
Robinson, your quarterback. Long snap. I mean, you have to snap the ball 8-9 yards in this sport. Robinson on the run, throws that one incomplete.
Excellent pressure by Emma Harper again, and that's a consistent theme we've seen not only in this ball game but throughout the season for this Rebel defense. And if you have a good rusher that can really disrupt things and just makes it so hard on a quarterback as they're getting pressure and trying to get rid of the football and make quick decisions.
Emma Kate Jacobs defending on that one. So it's 3rd down. Robinson with a little protection now, going to dump it off to her blocker, but it's going to fall incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job of blocking by Brooke McDonald up front, but Harper once again able to get around her and get the pressure in the backfield. It's just been too much for this Westminster team so far.
They're going to go for it here. Opportunity after the stop. They're going to try to take advantage of it. Down 2 scores already. 2:12 to go first quarter. 14-0 Vestavia. Robinson, little fake, pressure, throw over the middle, complete, but the quick flag pull there.
Yeah, this time it was Gabby LeMaster rushing, but the result is the same. Robinson got rid of the football, but short of the line to gain. And so just like that, the Rebels are going to take over once again in good field position.
Brooke McDonald with the reception. And pretty good play there from Westminster, but not quite enough to get that first down. Comes up about 6 yards short, so Vestavia takes over at Westminster's 34-yard line. First down, and they've got to go 14 to get a first down. Rose with it, zips it underneath to Rubin. Rubin runs in a nice diving tackle out there by number 15. That is Brooke McDonald with a diving tackle to save some extra yardage there, set up a second down.
Took a couple of deep shots to Rubin. That time they go with the crossing route short. Nice pickup on first down.
Rose is ready for the snap. She's got it. Dumps it off to the center near side here. And a good run there by 25. Is that Callie Davis? Yeah, Davis with a good catch there and a first down. So see, she made it across the 30 marked on the field, the 20 in flag football, down to the 14-yard line. And now that sets up a first and goal to go from the 14. A little underneath game is working good right here. Oh, breaking the tackle, going into the end zone. That's Savannah Shaw, and that's a Vestavia touchdown.
Yeah, thought she had her flag pulled, slowed down for just a second, but then accelerated once again down the line into the end zone. Nice pass from Rose to Shaw. Another 6 points for the Rebels.
Yeah, and you'll see the official after the play is over with like that. They'll pull the flag to make sure you don't have it tied or some kind of nefarious act going on that used to happen in fraternity football on campuses all across America.
That's right. And there's
super glue, none of that stuff. 20-0 Vestavia on top, and the extra point for one again coming up. This time everything stacked and near side for Rose. She takes the snap, jump pass, over and complete. That's Davis again. And the junior with another catch, and it's 21-0.
We saw Coach Davis's younger daughter Macy sing the national anthem earlier. Now his other daughter Callie with the catch on the extra point, and this Rebel offense is rolling tonight. They're getting the ball back very quickly. We still have 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock is running in what's been a dominant quarter by the Vestavia Rebels.
21-0, and playoffs coming up for this team, obviously, at 22-1. Central Phoenix City is ranked number 3 in the country, you were telling me?
In the country.
And Vestavia is number 6?
That's correct. Yeah, that's the thing to watch. So Central Phoenix City has been the dominant program in the state of Alabama. They've won 50 games in a row. Their last loss was in the quarterfinals in 2022. They've won 2 straight state championships, and just everything playing well at this point, and that's going to be the team to beat as this season goes forward.
Gothard with the catch for Westminster that takes us to the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. 21-0 Vestavia right here on the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
Right when I toured Stanford's campus, I immediately felt a communal atmosphere and environment.
A lot of parents, they're looking for a place where their children can come, they can continue to grow in Christ, they can feel safe, and they can be encouraged and motivated.
We promise them that when they come, they're going to be surrounded by people who love them, who help them to find meaning and purpose in their life, and who really help them to flourish and become the men and women that God is calling them to be.
Out of every place that I could have gone, this was the place for me.
Jim Dunaway, Chad Pilcher back with you at Vestavia, where the Rebels lead Westminster 21-0 going to the second quarter.
And we talked about the growth of this sport, flag football, how much it's grown. What stood out to me for senior night is how many of those girls, 3 or 4 of them, have college offers and have an opportunity to keep playing. For Julia Rose, offers from LaGrange, Shelton State, Marymount, Ferrum, North Alabama that you mentioned earlier. And several of these girls are going to have a chance to keep playing at the next level.
Well, Robinson in it, quarterback for Westminster. That throw is going to come up just a tad short as Vestavia dropped back into nice coverage there and kept everything in front. Second down coming up. It'll be 2nd and 20.
And the clock is rolling. One rule in flag football, you run a hot clock once it gets to 21-0. So the clock will continue rolling in, even on what typically would be a stoppage.
So it'd be a 21-point lead at any point in a game?
Correct.
It becomes a hot clock? Okay. Robinson rolling far side now with a little space out there. The plant and throw over the middle, in and out of the hands. Intended there for number 4. That's Lily Holden, who's also a future quarterback for this program. She's a sophomore at Westminster, which is located just off 119 there in the Oak Mountain area, if you're familiar with that area. On that road, you get Briarwood, Herdmont Park, and Westminster.
Yeah, that was one of the better throws tonight by Robinson, rolling to her right, throwing it back across her body. She's going to try to do it again.
This time it is complete. But a quick tackle in there by number 17. That is Emily Owen, the senior who was honored earlier, making the quick tackle and forcing the 4th down and 15.
And just nowhere to go for this Westminster team. This Vestavia defense so aggressive, just flying all over the field.
Brooke McDonald had the reception for Westminster. The punt here. It's a booming kick, end over end. It's going to be taken at the 40, returned and tackled. And again, you give yourself up right before midfield. So 21-0, 8:18 clock rolling second quarter. Play 4 quarters just like in the normal football, the tackle football that you watch. Shouldn't say normal. The tackle football that we're used to is a better use of words here. And this is, as we said, a growing sport heading for the Olympics. I believe, Chad, this will be a competitive Southeastern Conference sport in the very near future.
That would be awesome. And it's cool to see. Look, one thing that changed, all Alabama community colleges, or a number of them, have adopted girls flag football. They're offering scholarships, fielding teams. That's something new in the last year that's happening. It's the direct result of the growth of the sport.
Rose near side to the open receiver. That's McSharp again. She works her way down the sideline, still with a hip swivel. Gets down inside the 20 for a first down.
You see that great move by Molly Mack running down. Does a good job of getting out of the way, avoiding the tackle. And that's one thing that's been impressive about these Vestavia receivers. It's not just making the catch. It's after the catch, picking up extra yards, moving up and down the field. And they've been really impressive the way that they've made plays. Sharp, just shy of 1,000 yards on the season. Had 82 catches coming into tonight.
Boy, stacked receivers all the way out to the sidelines. Rose throws it over the middle. A little too high, intended there for Savannah Shaw. It's incomplete. Shaw's a sophomore. You want to know how impressive it is that Vestavia already has 21 points in this game? Westminster averages giving up just 12.5 points a game. So Vestavia's almost doubled that here in just the first quarter and a half. That's how potent the Rebels' offense is. Rose stands behind the center. Leahy with the snap. Rose with pressure. Sidearm throw, Mahomes style. That's complete. On the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Vestavia.
Nice route, nice catch, but how about that throw? It looked like Rose was about to take it off and throw deep. Instead, she went sidearm underneath.
Caroline Nitzel with the touchdown, and boy, she had wheels after the catch.
Yeah, just a great read by Rose to get the ball to Nitzel, who then made the catch, got into the end zone. And this Vestavia offense just continuing to move it up and down the field. They will now go for 1.
27-0, about halfway through quarter number 2 here on senior night. Rained earlier, clouds still on the horizon, but some blue sky matching the play of Vestavia overhead right now here at Thompson-Reynolds Stadium. Rose over the middle, in and out of the hands, and that's the first failed extra point of the evening. 27-0, Vestavia leads it against Westminster. Later tonight, Westminster, right after this, turns around and plays Ramsey, and then the nightcap will be Ramsey for their first meeting of the year with Vestavia. I will tell you, earlier this year, back on September 26th, Vestavia and Westminster played early in the season. Vestavia that night with a 40-0 win.
And we talked about Vestavia being 22-1. They did have a game against Central Phoenix City, who we were talking about early in the season. It ended up getting delayed because of bad weather. At that time, Central was leading 14-13, so it was a very competitive game, and expect to see something like that later in the season.
Robinson, running out of real estate, tries to dump it back near side and just a little out of the reach of the intended receiver. That was Emma Harper on pursuit there. I recognize some of these last names from the boys team, the men's team that we'll see Friday night. Are these brothers, sisters?
My research did not go that deep.
I'm getting a nod from some of the.
They are.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, see, I like that.
The athletic gene usually runs in the family.
Yeah. Oftentimes I learned that the sister's usually the better athlete.
Better athlete.
Yeah. Robinson with plenty of time this time. Dumps it off to the center. That is complete. Working for some yardage. Not close to the first down, but the completion goes to 15, Brooke McDonald, the senior for Westminster. Emily Owen on the tackle.
Yeah, Westminster trying to get to that 20-yard line. It's marked as the 30 on the field to pick up a first down. Third down here. They have 2 more downs to pick up that play.
3:52 to go in the half. Robinson slips a little bit on the wet surface and then loses control of the throw. One of the people in defense there was Emily Owen. Good defense by her. Also out there, Kate Fitzpatrick. They had her bracketed there. Cool flags, too. One Rebel right there on the flags for our flag football team. Just a really good look. 4th and 3, Westminster going to go for it here. Down 27-0. Robinson looking for an open receiver. And going to run out of bounds, and that's a crucial mistake there as the flag was also pulled over there by number 3, Emma Harper. That's the defensive play of the game. I'm going to give it the second best defensive play of the game after the interception from McSharp, but that's a big one because look where it sets up the offense.
Yeah, and Harper just giving fits to this Westminster offense. Nowhere to go. Robinson constantly running backwards or to her side, towards the sideline. That's just a really hard way to throw the football. No time to set her feet and deliver the ball.
All right, the offense is back out for Vestavia. Rose with protection in front in Leahy. Little chip block. Rose throws. Going to be picked off. Intercepted going the other direction. And that's returned there by number 7. That is Sloan Holiday, who gets the INT there, and that's the first turnover of the game for Vestavia.
Yeah, Rose forced that one a little bit, trying to get, had kind of over-under coverage in the secondary, trying to get it over the cornerback, didn't quite put enough on it. So that ball's intercepted, the first kind of big play of the night for Westminster.
2 minutes to go, and we'll take a 2-minute timeout here. Now we're going to start the clock back up on the official. So the clock rolling, 27-0. Robinson being pursued again. Throws downfield, a little too high for the intended receiver. That'll be second down.
And you see the impact that Harper's had on this game. That time Robinson actually had some time to stay in the pocket, but she's so used to having to get out of the pocket and run away that she actually got out of the pocket earlier. So a good play once again by Harper. Now Gabby Lemaster and Harper up close as if they could rush.
Carly Hunt couldn't quite chase that one down. Harper actually dropped this time. The pursuit comes from number 19. That's Gabby Lemaster, the sophomore. 3rd down and 9 coming up for this Westminster team.
Yeah, Lemaster comes in there, fresh legs, gives Harper a rest on that rush, and now Harper will be right back at it here on this next play.
3rd and 9 for Westminster. Vestavia leads at 27-0. Pass over the middle. What a great throw from Robinson. Good hands out there with the tackle. That is Kate Fitzpatrick, who probably saved a touchdown. If Fitzpatrick doesn't pull the flag, it looked like she was going to be off to the races.
You're exactly right. That was well thrown by Robinson. Notch's job of going up to catch the football.
Carson Heater, she's only a freshman, by the way. Pulled that down. Great route, great throw from Westminster. Robinson avoiding the rush from Harper. Looking, and now she's going to scramble and run it. And a little contact there as she works her way across out to the 32-yard line. And we get a timeout with 14 seconds to go. Timeout, Vestavia or Westminster? Westminster.
Okay. They're going to stop it, but, man, they've still got a long way to go, almost 50 yards to get into the end zone. So this is where you go in your bag of tricks. What do you have left out there to try to put together a long drive on a half that's just been dominated by Vestavia?
Well, where's the do I call it a flea flicker? You gave me a glossary of flag football terms. Chad brings me this sheet that has flag pull, the act of a defender removing the ball carrier. I said, okay, I've got that, man. I've got that. You
want to make sure you're prepared.
snap, the process of where the center passes the ball back to the quarterback. I was like, what did you just hand me?
It's AI's rules to football, flag football.
I was like, okay, I got these. These seem pretty obvious. 14 seconds to go in the first half. 27-0 Vestavia leads it. Robinson and Westminster trying to get a little something going right before intermission. Harper with the pressure here. Going to dump it off to the center, and that'll get across for a first down, so that was crucial. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and no timeout called, and that'll end the half. Huh.
And for Coach Daniel Davis, yeah, a little surprised, no timeout there. They certainly had some left, but chose not to use it.
Scoreboard says he has one, and chooses not to use it there after picking up another first down. So that's the end of the first half. 27-0. Vestavia leads Westminster. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back and talk more about what's going on here and what's happening here Friday night. You're watching Vestavia Hills Rebel Flag Football on the Rebel Nation Sports Network.
My name's Angela.
Hi, I'm AJ Liddy.
Hey, I'm Jackson Mize. My name is Shep Paget.
My name is Coach Trino, and I'm the head coach of the cross country program.
I'm Richard Anderson. I'm the director of cross country and track and field here at Vestavia Hills High School.
I love cross country because it is such a fun team sport to be a part of.
I love the community that it fosters, and I love the supportiveness of it all. And also, it's a great way to stay in shape.
We have a very upperclassmen heavy team this year with 18 seniors, and a lot of them have actually been a part of the program since they were freshmen. It's been really exciting to watch them grow, and we're hoping that we get to send them out on a high note.
And so this summer we've all been running since early June.
We've also really been focusing on fostering a really positive community and a very good co-ed team.
We put a lot of emphasis on trying to build a co-ed team culture, because in cross country the girls and guys are doing everything together as opposed to having just a girls team and a guys team.
Our team has a lot of anticipation. I feel like last year we got humbled, got runner-up, and I think that's fire spirit. I'm looking forward to winning the state championship again. I think it's something that's very doable this year, and then hopefully making a deep postseason run to nationals.
We always appreciate that. We have all the resources we have and need for this program because of the community that we're in, and we're really very blessed to have all of that.
Cross country is unique. We don't have a lot of home events. We get lucky when we get to compete in town. So October 30th is our sectional championships, which is our state qualifying meet, and we would love to get a lot of people in Vestavia Hills out there supporting our kids and watching them run.
Go Rebels. Go Rebels.
Go Rebels.
Go Rebels.
Go Rebels.
Go Rebels, let's go!
And that's the Vestavia High School Rebel cross country team, and they have cross country sectionals coming up on October 30th. That's Thursday, October 30th, next Thursday, 8 o'clock a.m. at Hewitt Trustful. And that's been a group that's had a great year, and we wish them all the best at sectionals. And back here at Thompson-Reynolds Stadium, Buddy Anderson Field, it is halftime. Vestavia leads Westminster 27-0, and this has gone exactly how Coach Daniel Davis had hoped it would. Just a dominant performance in the first half of this one.
Yep, there you see the Vestavia Rebels, a big freshman class. I noticed that during the introduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 freshmen on this roster. So they're learning the tradition, the standard that's being built by the coaching staff here. And you hope when these 6 seniors leave, these 11 freshmen and the other underclassmen keeps the tradition growing.
They're ready to go. And that's one thing about this senior class that came in 77-7 in their career here at Vestavia Hills High School. And to go through kind of what they have done, 2022, they went 18-2, lost in the semifinals. 2023 went 17-1, lost to Central Phoenix City in the state championship game. Last year, went 20-3, lost in the second round of the playoffs to Spain Park. Spain Park ultimately made it to the state championship game and lost to Central Phoenix City. And then this year, 22-1. And the thing to remember is the playoffs are coming up.
That's right. Senior night, and if you are not with us for the ceremony, here are our seniors again. Molly McSharp, number 8. Julia Rose, the quarterback here. Chloe Leahy, who already had a touchdown earlier. Emily Owen, who had a big tackle earlier. Kate Fitzpatrick, who had a big play earlier. And then Caroline Nitzel, who had a touchdown earlier as well. So the seniors all making an impact tonight here so far.
Yeah, it's a great senior class. Not real big, but they have been very vital to the success of this program over the last 4 years and certainly this year. And the goal is to get back, and the big matchup that everybody's looking at, if everybody performs in the playoffs, it would be Vestavia Hills, Central Phoenix City. Those have been the two best teams in the state all season long. Central Phoenix City ranked 1, Vestavia ranked 2, and they're both ranked nationally.
You saw Catherine Cahoon, one of the freshmen on the sideline, getting everybody fired up for the second half. Here's a possible pass and run that's going to come up with a short gain there as Mally McSharp was looking downfield to throw it, but nobody open.
Yeah, good defense that time by Westminster. And we started the night coming in with Julia Rose, the quarterback. We're getting to that century mark in touchdown passes. She has 4 so far tonight, so that takes her to 98 touchdown passes on the season.
Oh, I'd like to see 2 more. I won't be here for the Ramsey game later tonight. Let's get it done. Rose dumps it off near side over the middle. Another great tackle there after the catch from Gabby Lemaster.
That was well done. So 2 consecutive nice plays by Westminster to start this half.
Lily Holden with a quick grab of the flag. That sets up a rare 3rd down for Vestavia now. And they've got 3rd and 3. Again, a short yard to gain on this first set of downs after a kick or after a start of a quarter. Rose takes the snap quickly over the middle. It's complete. It's a first down as Callie Davis catches the ball. Good hands. Secures the first down.
And you love the deep passes, and obviously Vestavia has the capability to do that, but so critical in flag football, those crossing routes, those short routes where you run a couple of receivers deep, then bring a receiver underneath, and that's how you really kind of the bread and butter of these offenses to continue moving the ball down the field.
Boy, and if you take those away, then Rose beats you over the top. If you guard deep with 2 high safeties, and they eat you up short, and that's why this team's 22-1. Only loss came back on August 26 against Moody in a big game. Speaking of deep, Rose throws it deep. It's caught. Off to the races is Callie Davis, and nobody's going to get her. Touchdown, Vestavia.
56-yard touchdown throw and catch for the Rebels. And just everything working right for the Rebels. Touchdown number 99 on the season for Julia Rose.
Great route run by Callie Davis, and on the spot from Rose there. And that's another touchdown. 33-0 now, and a 1-point conversion coming up as they'll throw that down with a shorter PAT. Ref blows it into play. Again, we're with a running clock now. In the 3rd quarter of play on senior night. Rose trying to, in the stack bunch formation, lobs it for the end zone. It's going to be knocked down, batted away there. Great play by Lily Holden to keep that from being another point for Vestavia. 33-0. Rebels lead this one, Chad. Boy, that was a great throw and catch from our guys. Rose right there, completing it to Davis, and then a long run for the touchdown.
Yeah, Davis did a great job. She had the short catch earlier in that drive, then she ran the deep route wide open. Well executed by the Rebels. All this offense clicking on all cylinders.
Arian Robinson's the quarterback for Westminster. She's out, and she's going to try to avoid what has been a very pesky Emma Harper. Emma's a junior, so she'll be back to pester quarterbacks again next year. Boy, it gets there really quick. Robinson dumps it off. It's completed to Holden. but not a whole lot of yardage there. Sort of cuts the line to gain in half, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 coming up.
And we sound like a broken record. Great rush by Harper. Nice tackle by Kate Fitzpatrick. And that's been an impressive duo for the Rebels tonight.
Had a good look at Emma Harper there, puts the mouthpiece in and gets ready to chase after the quarterback one more time. Boy, she gets there quick. Over the middle, Robinson's going to be intercepted. That's number 44, Alexis Rubin, with the interception. She tries to get some yardage out of it, and she does. Alexis Rubin, she can catch him on offense, and she steals a lot of them on defense.
Yeah, play in that safety spot. The Rebels rotate. Sometimes they'll do single safety. Sometimes they go 2 safeties in the back, but Rubin's always back there roaming the middle and did a great job of reading that. That ball floated down the field. And another interception for the Rebels.
I mentioned Travis Hunter earlier, the two-way Jacksonville Jaguar, former Colorado Buff star. I'm not sure he led Colorado or Jacksonville in touchdowns and interceptions like Rubin does. She leads this team in touchdowns offensively and interceptions. Rose, pump fake, going deep, looking for a touchdown. It's going to fall incomplete. As you had number 19, Gabby LeMaster, the sophomore, trying to run under it, just out of her reach.
Waited just a second to allow her to get behind the defender. Nice job of Rose, giving her a chance to go run under the ball. Just a little bit outside and falls incomplete.
Rose can put some air under that ball, can't she?
She can. Does a good job and throws a nice ball and give those Rebel receivers a chance to go get it.
Rose pump fakes again. Now throws it over the middle. Incomplete. A little too high for the streaking Leahy.
Looked like that one might have been deflected a little bit defensively. Good rush, good pressure by Westminster. But the reason you can take a shot on first down is because of where this ball is. As you can see, you just have to get to the 20-yard line to pick up a first down. So the Rebels only need 3 yards. They took a shot on first down. Ball's incomplete, but you can still go with something short, which is obviously what Westminster is expecting.
Again, 20 on the flag game, 30 on the turf. Rose pump fakes and then throws it complete. That is, once again, Alexis Rubin with the reception, and she gets the first down.
Yeah, Rose did a nice job. Used a little pump fake there to get the defender slow down just a tad, and then delivered a nice strike to Rubin for the first down.
So that gets you all new downs. Now it's goal to go on a 1st and 16 situation for Vestavia. 3:55 to go in this third quarter. 33-0. Vestavia leads Westminster. Nice snap. Throw over the middle. Complete. Off and running is LeMaster. And she's going to be tackled down at the 10. Make that the 8-yard line. So that cuts it in half. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Nice
for
pull
the
there by Kinsley Jaffaris. And we've been talking about the catches and the throws, but how about those snaps?
Yeah.
I mean, you watch that. Savannah Shaw, the center for the Rebels, every time. I mean, that is a 8-9-yard snap every single time and on the money.
Shaw and Leahy will alternate snaps occasionally. In motion, fake there. Now Rose throws just a little low. Intended for LeMaster again. Had a little motion in the backfield from McSharp.
Yeah, a little play action trying to slow down the defense and had a chance there, just a little bit outside the reach of the receiver.
That sets up a 3rd down and 8 for a touchdown. You see Rubin and 28, Caroline Nitzel, looking in for the sign there. Great camera work. Again, all student production team here at Vestavia, bringing you the best pictures in the business. 3rd down play from Vestavia. Rose with the snap. Throws it back over the middle. That's Rubin with it. And she's going to work her way near the goal line. And that's a touchdown, yeah. Flag was pulled, but not until she crossed the goal line. So touchdown Vestavia.
Great job by Rubin there. You saw the flag pulled right there, and the ball came out. Obviously, if the ball hits the ground, it's a dead ball, but was able to just get inside the end zone. And that right there is touchdown number 100 on the season for Julia Rose.
Yeah, and a lot of them have gone to that young lady, Alexis Rubin, right there. Another great play.
It really is amazing. She's pushing close to 50 touchdown catches on the season. Just dynamic stats for this Rebel team.
Yeah. Oh, boy, that was a little flea flicker there. The extra point is good as that's Molly McSharp getting it across for the extra point. So on a roll, Vestavia 40-0 with 1:35 and counting in the third quarter.
Yeah, Sharp's been pretty dynamic as well. We've seen her interceptions, touchdown catch, and there a nice play on the extra point. And obviously, we've talked about the seniors and honoring them, and they have all stepped up big time tonight, making plays all over the field.
Again, Westminster's Robinson with the ball. And again, chasing is Emma Harper. It's going to end up being complete, but short of the first down by about a yard.
Emily Owen made that tackle.
Second down and roughly a yard to get a first down. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Quarterback Robinson is going to dump this off and incomplete. That was intended for Brooke McDonald. All the Rebels were there pressuring. 34 seconds to go in the third. We'll get a timeout.
Yeah, just to talk a little bit more about this program. Head coach Daniel Davis is here. He's in his first season. Previously, Doug Rogers led this program for 4 years. And before this season, Doug left and went to Shelton State Community College. We talked about the community colleges in this state starting football. He was here for 4 years. The Rebels made the playoffs all 4 years, but now Coach Davis here in his first season. We mentioned he has a couple of daughters. Also, Coach Deborah Broom and Coach Joy Bragan on this Vestavia coaching staff, and they have all done such an outstanding job of preparing this team and just building up this program.
Pass is going to be intercepted. Guess who did that? That, of course, is Alexis Rubin. All she does is lead the team in interceptions, and she's there to grab that one, and Vestavia will take over. They were excited because the quarterback, Julia Rose, who plays both ways sometimes, was out there on defense here on senior night, too.
Awesome.
So she was helping in coverage.
Well, and Rubin coming into this ball game has 2 interceptions tonight. That takes her to 26 on the season. Just an incredible stat, 26 interceptions for Alexis Rubin.
She leads the team in touchdowns. She leads them in interceptions. Emma Harper leads the team in sacks. Kate Fitzpatrick is a leading tackler, so is McSharp, and that's the game right there. Vestavia 40, Westminster 0 as the handshake line is going. And that'll be the end of the contest.
Yeah, that's going to take the Rebels to 23-1 on the season. They will take a break here, and Westminster will play Ramsey after this, and then later tonight, Vestavia will play Ramsey with a chance to go to 24-1 on the season. They will obviously be a very high seed in the playoffs. And if you're watching this and you're interested in the playoffs, they start on November 4th. Every game will be played on a Tuesday night, so you'll play November 4th. If you continue to win, November 11th, November 18th, the 25th, and then the state championship game will be played on the Wednesday of the Super 7. So the flag championship will be played on that Wednesday, and again, we'll have to see how the bracket shakes out, but the number 1 team in the state, ranked number 3 nationally, is Central Phoenix City. The number 2 ranked team in the state, ranked number 6 nationally, is this Vestavia Hills Rebel football team, and you saw exactly why tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've got a favorite flag football team now.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
This is so much fun to watch, and again, we wanted to do this to honor and to recognize the great season that this team has had and to recognize these seniors, these 6 seniors that have had such a great year tonight. Again, Molly McSharp, Julia Rose, Chloe Leahy, Emily Owen, Kate Fitzpatrick, and Caroline Nensel, that not only have had great careers, they've had great seasons, and they had great nights here tonight. And so it's been a privilege to be here. And then we'll be back here Friday night on what should be a huge game here in high school football. It's Region 3 action between Vestavia and Hoover. The game is for so much in the high school football playoffs and so many different things that could happen in the playoff race. We also still have volleyball going on. They're hitting the playoffs. They're making a run. You see there on the 22nd. That is tomorrow, 10:50 a.m. at the Finley Center. Super Regionals for women's volleyball, the Vestavia Hills High School women's volleyball team. If you want to go out, support that team and cheer them on. They had a great run in the playoffs last year, have a chance to make another run again. That is tomorrow. So a lot going on in the Vestavia Hills athletic department right now.
All right, so on a winning night from Vestavia, 40-0 over Westminster. Again, check all the Vestavia websites for all Vestavia athletics, including the volleyball you just saw, the cross country that's coming up, and of course football Coming up Friday night, Hoover and Vestavia right here from Buddy Anderson Field. But on a winning night, that's it right here on the Rebel Nation Sports Network. Goodbye, everybody.